Hey there guys, Kami Guy here, and we're gonna cheat just a tiny bit. As you can see, we're in creative mode. The server is also set to peaceful, and that's because we're working on a community project that I think you all might enjoy. Now, a few members of the community, myself included, are getting a little annoyed because Rob finally built a... well, not finally, but Rob managed to build a... slime spawner. Or not a slime spawner, a blaze farm. In that structure over there. And we use this ladder a lot now, but the thing is, this ladder sucks. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to build an elevator. It's a piston elevator. It's 1.5 only. Well, I suppose 1.5.1 now that that's available. And I'm basically just going to start by boring out this tunnel here. Now, I know it's been a while since I've had some videos up, but see, I've been working and, you know, there's a reason it's been a while. I need it to be at least 4 wide. It'll actually have to be wider in the long run, but actually, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to make that wider. We'll make it 5 wide. Or no, it has to be 6 wide. It has to be an even number. Okay, so we're building this nice little piston elevator here. Now, I'm not quite sure who the designer originally was. I'd have to come out at least that far. I've known how to build piston elevators for a while now, but I've always considered them kind of resource intensive and clumsy. And I forget whose video I saw it suggested to use these lovely redstone blocks. Awesome things, those. They're going to make a lot of redstone much easier to apply now. Nothing quite like a torch you can move. Makes it much easier to do processing tasks. I wish I would stop doing that. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I'm probably going to cut while I do this. Alright, so here's the column. As you can see, I've sunk a shaft of arbitrary dimension through the nether. And now that that's there, I've erected this column. And the column's a very simple construction. It's a zigzag of sticky pistons in the back with gray wool, which I'm just using for structure, and then regular pistons in the front. And the regular pistons line up with the sticky pistons so that the sticky pistons can push them. Now, I'm going to begin laying the logic circuit, which I did not leave myself enough room to do. Okay, well that doesn't have to be full size. Yeah, I'll be back when I start doing that. Okay, so I'm not going to make you watch this whole process, but we are going to start. I'm going to take that out. Okay, so basically we want to form another zigzag. But you want the pistons to be exposed at the back. So I'm going to lay that. And I'll be back when it's time to put the pistons in. Okay, so I'm back and we're ready to place the torches for this nonsense. And basically what it is, it's just a ladder. And you do want everything to be extended, by the way. Okay, so I'm sure you all see what exactly I'm trying to do here. Which means I can cut to do it. So, I'm just going to test this real quick. I've wired up both sides now. The wiring for the second side's identical, sort of. Same concept. And that does in fact work, floor to ceiling. Now, the only thing with this design is it's going to be one way, so we're going to have to figure out another way to come back down. Hi there, welcome back. So we're getting ready to add the next control system. Oh. We need sticky pistons to make it work. So basically, beside every unsticky piston, we need a new sticky piston. And the easiest way to do that is, of course, to just do it. Do it up. I'm gonna have to make this whole thing wider again, too. Damn it. Made it wide enough to hold the physical object, but not to hold me applying the wiring. I believe. Maybe I did. We'll see. We'll have to check the blueprints again. So yeah, we're going to have to introduce some safety mechanisms because for one thing, there's no safe way to exit here. And for another thing, ooh, I like safety mechanisms. There's also no good way to get down, so we need to invent a new system for dropping. Something faster than a ladder, which I actually have. I use them to great extent in other places, and we're going to use one here. But that now we're getting ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to lay these pistons, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what they're for. Okay, so the next step is why this is 1.5 only. We're going to attach redstone blocks to all these pistons. And I'll be right back once that's done. Alright, so that's hooked up now, so we can remove my unnecessary safety block. Aha! Now, here comes the part I don't think I can do. I'm gonna have to check the blueprint real quick, and then we'll see when I'm back if it's something that I can just do, or if I have to actually, like, jerry-rig this. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we're ready over here to lay the wiring for this logic circuit here. And it literally follows exactly the same pattern as the last system. So I'm going to lay that real quick and we'll come back. Okay, now it should be noted that when these pistons are extended, these pistons have to be retracted. Oh, damn it. Okay. There is... Okay, you get it? Okay. So what I'm doing, you're actually going to be able to see this in a second. This breaks itself. Right? But that's okay, because there's actually a really easy... There's a really easy way to fix it once we get to the bottom. It goes a little something like this. That's so fun to watch. Never built one this big before, so it's kind of fun to watch it go. So I'm just gonna wire up. So after you've got that wired up, I'm gonna wire up this other side here, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna build the control system. And then the safety system up at the top. So off we go. Okay, so we are ready here to make this happen. So what you have to do is you need 2 repeaters. That one on full tick, aiming at this corner here. This one on a single tick, and you need some redstone dust because those are actually going to become part of a circuit later. So we're going to lay some redstone dust there. And there. Now, just a second. So I'm back. Herp derp potato. So I'm back and I've been wiring the control system in, and I'm gonna once it's functioning, I'm gonna explain exactly how it works. But in the meantime, this is the control system. This is going to be part of a visible mechanism, so I actually want to make that out of a different material. I want to make that out of nether brick. That's part of the visible system. Also going to need a button. But other than that, we're actually ready for the first test of this damn machine. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We are all good to go. Oh, crap. Nope, something else is wrong. That signal. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Why didn't those? Oh, they did. Maybe if I hit the button one more time, it'll fix everything. Oh, I know why. Derp. Electronics. There we go. Okay, so the elevator is now in a functioning state. Isn't it gorgeous? So I'm going to explain what's going on here. This button sends a signal through this repeater to this inverter. And this inverter is what's telling everything to be closed. So the signal comes from here, hits those to make those pistons actuate. It cascades because of the way the wiring works. Hits this repeater to make these cascade. This repeater has to be set to a delay of 4. No delay for that repeater. 3-tick delay for this repeater, which does the same thing for the pistons on the other side. And this line here actuates that. Now, one thing you didn't see me lay is I laid this line here, which is just a torch, a dust, and a repeater powering the block behind this piston. So now, if we stand in the middle, we get pushed off because it's not ready to go yet. But it does work, and now we're ready to lay the groundwork for the rest. So what I am going to do, I'm going to do this a slightly fancier way than I normally do. Some people use fence gates to do this. I'm going to use nether brick. And we're going to make it all pertified. It needs to be counter-inverted. Damn it. Complicated system is complicated. Oh, that doesn't work anyway. So, you may have noticed I'm color-coding things. This is just to make it easier to see what exactly I've done. Okay, so create an inverter by doing this. So this already inverted signal from here gets counter-inverted back to being a off state. And now when you push this button, those lift up, creating a safety mechanism. Now we can enclose all this, which I will do when I am ready. And the other thing is, after a too high opening, so from here over, you need this to be enclosed as well. And we're going to use nether brick for that too. So I'll be back once this is in. Alright, so we are now ready for the inaugural run. Now, you must stand in the middle. Oh, what happened? Oh, I wasn't close enough to being in the middle, I guess. Oh, something's still wrong. Oh, I know what's happening. Ooh, I'm not sure how to get around that either. Hope this wasn't just a huge waste of time. Ah, there we go. And then you're going to fall down, because it's not really ready to handle people yet. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. That's going to be trigger circuitry, I guess we'll call it. Part of that system's logic. Yes, yes, okay. So now, when you use the system, crunch. When you get to the top here, you get pushed forward so that you don't fall immediately back down the hole. Which means all that's really left is some cosmetic work, which I'm not going to film me doing, but I'm going to do it. So Kyrie and I are here trying to figure out why this works for me, not for him. That's weird. This is another weird thing I've noticed, is that the piston elevator works best if I look down when I'm doing it. If I look up, sometimes I seem to be able to glitch through the... elevator. So I'm really not quite sure why this isn't working. I think it has something to do with lag, but I'm not why'd that break that time? Okay, now it's not working for me either. You know what? It has to do with client processing speed, because as soon as I stopped recording, it started working again for me. Still doesn't work for him, though. So yeah, I have no earthly idea what's going on with this portal thing here, or why I'm building this quite so ugly. Has to be built like that, okay. Alright, so we're going to try this one more time, see if it works. Works fine, okay, yep. Yep, so that works, That's just a matter of building the enclosure on this side as well. Moving the portal, and some other little fiddly bits, but that's the essence of it. That's how you build an elevator. The elevator is now constructed. We also have to construct our drop, which might be entertaining. But in the meantime, you know, I'm Calming Guy, and I'm gonna get this built. Okay, so we're back. We've got everything built. The elevator seems to work. And I'm just going to show you the drop. Now, I was going to use water, but you can't use water on the nether. I forgot about that. So we've used a slightly different substance. But it works out well. And it's way faster than an elevator, so we are ready to go. That's the episode. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully this works for other people and not just me. Adios.